So hello, welcome back to GoAgainGaming. Whether you're watching this back now or in the future, welcome. We're going to be playing some Azalea today, and it's a very off-the-cuff stream yet again. So not really expecting anybody to show up really, but we'll see what happens. But just going to be playing some Azalea for about an hour or so on Talishar. I was just sat downstairs, so I thought, why not just stream it instead? Let's make content from it, shall we? But yeah, played one game today on Talishar. That was against a Bravo, and I lost. I was running Dreadbore. Got him down to, I think it was like 3-1. Obviously killed me with a Tear Asunder, which obviously dominated his Anothos, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to pronounce it. But yeah, the Dominate getting me in the end, unfortunately, with the Tear Asunder. But I still think Dreadbore is the thing to use against Guardian. It's a pretty hard matchup anyway. But if we encounter another Bravo, we probably will use Death Dealer. Probably will just give it a go. Dreadbore was clogging up the hand quite a lot for the Bravo player. He had quite a few red unmovables and red sink belows that he then had to arsenal in order to use. So yeah, I think Dreadbore does put the Bravo players in a bit of a tricky situation. So yeah, it's hard to understand what really to go for. Death Dealer you get more raw value from, but you know the Dreadbore can sort of do some tilting things to a certain degree. Hello, welcome to the chat, Nino. You're the only viewer at the moment, and this is only because I decided to go live just randomly. So I'm not really expecting anybody to join. So thank you very much for joining us today. We are going to be playing Azalea for about an hour or so, just seeing what we can do. But yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, maybe we'll see each other at some point when we travel over to the Netherlands. Wish I had a slot I could open up in my sideboard for Dreadbore. I like it also for Oldhim, but I just don't have the space. There's always space. There is always space, Nino. Just drop down to like a 2 of one particular arrow that you either block with a lot or never see it much. You know, maybe drop an arrow to a 2 of rather than a 3 of, and you might be all right to fit it in. But it's always worth fitting in. I think it does some work against Guardian. It's still one of those matchups that we do have to really play really well in order to win. But yeah, it's just one of those matchups really that is hard to do. I think Dreadbore does give you the edge to a certain degree. But yeah, it's difficult. But we'll see. I'm probably gonna try the Death Dealer. If I face a Guardian today, I probably will try Death Dealer instead. But then saying that, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do think Dreadbore is the better choice against Guardian. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let me just load this up quickly. I've just got a message on Twitter. Let me just check that quickly as well. Let me just see what's going on there. That's for the UPF games I'm going to be doing. Cool, I'll sort that out later. So let me just change over to the other screen. If you're in the chat as well, say hello. That'll be fantastic. I can see there's 2 people at the moment, despite the fact that this stream was very ad hoc. But yeah, this is the list at the moment, as is Azalea. Obviously very much inspired by the lists that are out there at the moment. But yeah, obviously Bullseye, Death Dealer, Tunic, Perch, Skullbone and Snapdragon is the main sort of suite that we use most of the time. Actually, we probably should put the Perchies in the sideboard because we don't use those all the time. Sideboard, obviously Dreadbore, Perchies if you want to block against Guardians. Sometimes I always put those in against Guardians. 3 Battering Bolts and 2 CNCs are now in there. For the 6 attack is good for poppers. Plus the fact CNC can blow up a card. I think it's just very good. After speaking to Pascal recently on Bravo Bros, it's just a great card in general. So I think that needed to sneak back in. Battering Bolt is great against Arachne, great against Warrior, and also pretty good against Guardian, because if they allow that to hit, they are going to have to discard their D-Reacts, which also can be quite good when coupled with Dreadbore, because they can't actually use the D-Reacts that they've got in hand. So I think Battering Bolt is also quite good. And then obviously we've got some blues in the sideboard as well, but everything else is pretty much standard. So let's see how we get on today. Going to be jamming some CC, of course. Let me just log in first of all. And just join this random game, see what's going on. A Bravo, fantastic. So let's just go with a Dreadball. So the matchup that we were explaining literally just a moment ago, we're gonna face right now. So it's gonna be interesting. So we want the CNCs in there, we want the Battering Bolts in there. We don't really care about the blues, I don't think. I think everything else needs to stay. 63 cards is what we ran last time, so I think that's probably the best idea. Memorial Grounds don't really need to be in there, I don't think. And let's just go first. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, but so far, since we are using Fabrary now, the results that we've had, the Bravo matchups that we've played, has been 1 loss, 1 game, 1 loss. So we'll see how this goes. We are running Dreadbore again. Only thing I miss is yellow Bolton shots. Rest of the list I like. Only thing I miss is yellow Bolton shots. Have I not got yellow Bolton shots in there? I must have. Oh, okay. Right, I am missing yellow Bolton shots in here then. Interesting. I haven't even got the yellow Bolton shots in the list. Oh, player 1 is disconnected. Okay, never mind. There we go. That's I did not know that. I did not know that at all. The yellow Bolton shots aren't in there. No wonder I had extra room. That makes sense. No wonder I had extra room for stuff, because the yellow Bolton shots aren't in there. Interesting. The yellow Bolton shots are not in there after all. So I think we're going to cut. We're going to remove these 2 blues, I think. What else is in there that shouldn't be in there then? Maybe Hamstring Shot. Let's remove a Fatigue Shot as well, I think, and then get the yellows in. I did not know that. No, I did not know that. Cheers, Nino. All this time I've been playing with no yellows. Like all of the stats that I've had. 59% win rate, 10 out of 17 games I've won with no yellow Bolton shots. What is going on? What is going on? Remove 1 fatigue. Yeah, I've just done that, I think. But yeah, these results I've drummed up have been with no yellows, with no yellow Bolton shots. Interesting. There we go. There we go. So yeah, matchup dependent arrows have now been cut to 2 each. So obviously you've got 2 fatigues, 2 hamstrings are just good against aggro and stuff. Those could probably go, actually, to be fair. Hamstrings probably not too great. Sometimes they can equal their extra 1 resource, can sometimes equal a card in the 0 cost stuff like fire and that, but that could potentially go, the fatigue shot. If I just want to go for more raw damage, I could maybe put headshot in there instead. I might do that. I might put the blues back. I might take out the hamstring shots. No, let's just run it as it is for now. Let's run it out as it is for now. Thanks to everybody who's joined the chat as well. I can see there's 5 people in there. If you could just like this video as well, that would be fantastic. And thanks for joining us, first of all. Say hello in the chat. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Well, let's just go with how it is at the moment and just see how we get on. But that was an absolute revelation. The fact that we didn't have any yellow Bolton shots in there. That was an absolute revelation. Cheers for stopping by, Andrew. As always. I wonder if we're even going to be able to get a game here. It's a very strange time to be... Here we go. It's got to be. KATSU. Oh man, I hate this matchup. I really don't know KATSU. But we are going to be running Death Dealer. We are going to be running the aggro things. So we need the Memorial Ground. We probably want 2 Bolton shots as well. No, I don't think so. I think we just run with that. Yeah. Purchase for extra block, Death Dealer. Yeah, let's go with that. KATSU, I haven't got a good record against. The last KATSU game I played was a loss. Yeah, loss. I've lost 1 against KATSU so far. So coming in with the Kodachi straight away for 1 damage, and this is what really drains you over the course of the game, is the Kodachis. That is what really drains you. Coming in with 100 wins for 3 go again. We will block for 3. We haven't got much block in our hand, which is a bit of a shame. So we are going to block with a hamstring shot. Kodachi for 1. Okay. And then we need to block whatever this next thing is. Lord of Wind. Okay. We'll block that for 2. For 1, there could be something over the top of it, so we will just overblock here. There's no go again on it. So that's that. Okay, so we do have a memorial ground, so we can get back the hamstring shot with Dominate. There's not too much else though, really, that's the problem. We can draw the card that we've just put there, but there's no go again on it. So we could put the hamstring shot on there, but there's not going to be any go again on it. So we could just put a headshot into the arsenal and draw and see what we get. That's probably the best thing to do. Get rid of this memorial ground first of all. Put the headshot in, draw a card, see what we get. It's a buff. That will do. So then we can just fire this off for 9, which is effectively it's 11, because obviously we've got the rain razors over the top. Which they don't know about, but we'll go for 9. Going for 9 here. There's no on hit, it's just raw damage, so we're just gonna get the rain razors over the top. Deal some early damage, Arsenal fatigue shot. CNC coming in, which I guess is fine. We go down to... They take away the card advantage that we just gained. The life is still even, and I'm on the play. Coming in with the Ravenous Rabble, potentially something on top. Yeah, I think that's fine. Fatigue shot's gone. We don't care about that. That's fine. Fatigue shot isn't really great in this matchup. That all you got is also missing from this list. I have got rid of it, but in the ninja matchups, it becomes more and more evident that it is such a great card. So we're going to Ravenous Rabble first of all, revealing a Fate Foreseen. So we are going to draw that when we Death Dealer. So that's good for the defensive turn at least. So we can activate this now. Pitch a Remorseless. Put Remorseless in. Draw a card. And then I guess we just fire this. We can't do both, unfortunately. We have to pitch either one of these. So I think we just shoot the Remorseless at them. Pitching the yellow. Simulate 1 floating with 1 card in hand. See what they do. And obviously Remorseless will hurt them if they don't block it. If they don't block at all. Because obviously it hurts every action they do. They are taking the on hit. Okay, fine. And we can Arsenal this Fate Foreseen for a defensive capability from the Arsenal at least. So every attack is going to hurt them here. So 4 go again. We'll let that hit. Because they are going to be losing life every time they hit. Coming in with a Surging Gust Wave. If it hits, draw a card. We will... We'll block with a Hammy here, I think. Actually, no. We'll block... Yeah, we'll block with a Hammy. And pass. Fate Foreseen it. Leave that on top. There's nothing else they can do. Cool. Right, so here's a bit of a power play now. We're going to obviously use the Tunic to essentially draw a card and put the headshot in, which is nice. And we're then going to just release attention, read the glide path. Drill shot on top. Do we want to dominate? Probably not. Actually, no, we can leave that on top. We will actually dominate this because it doesn't cost any resources. So we are going to fire this off for 9 dominate and get rid of their probably their Tiger Stripe or their Mask. Yeah, get rid of their Tiger Stripe, I think. Well, not get rid of it, but just make it less effective in defense. Let's just put a -1 on that, and obviously we can Arsenal a card as well. So coming in for 1, we'll take it for now. We just need to make sure we stop the Mask triggers. That's what we need to stop, essentially. E-strike for 7. Okay. If it hits, they draw a card, but... what are we doing on next turn? We've got 0 cost, we got that. So we can block with these 2 cards. Take 1. They are going to draw. But that's fine. So we're going to opt. We'll leave that on top because it blocks for 3. And then we'll just read the glide path. Leave that on top. take aim, fire this off, and 10 damage. 10 damage. So taking 7 damage here, unless they got flick flack. So they are going to take 3. We'll also put a -1 counter on the Shuko, so that doesn't block anymore. Taking 1 from the Kodachi. 100 wins. 3 go again. Okay, we'll let it hit. Ancestral Empowerment. So +1, draw a card. Our next turn isn't looking great with regards to what we can do, so I guess we're just going to let this hit and see what happens. So we go down to 20, and then we see what they got next on their next attack. 100 wins. If it hits, okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. So is this 100 wins deck? Winds of Eternity. Okay, we will block this one. What do we sink the Deadeye? Yeah, I think so. We haven't got an arrow in hand, so we may as well sink this. Drawing a bolt and shot. Okay, fair enough. Cool. So now we can rabble first of all to see what's on top, and then see what we do from there. Because bolt and shot's going to get. We're going to get the thing from Death Dealer anyway as well, aren't we? So let's have a look. Knock the Death Whistle on top. That's not very good. That's a bit of a shame. So 2 damage. And then we're going to draw the Knock the Death Whistle. So we could just... we might as well just fire that off, haven't we? We might as well... Let's just crack this now. Let's give him something to think about. 4 go again. If it hits, reload. Let's give it something to give him something to think about here. We still got all of our armour on board to block with the Tunic, Skullcap, and Purchase for 4. They are using a card and a Tunic to block this, which is what we needed. Because we didn't have any follow up, so that's fine. So that's cool. We've got 2 knocks in hand now, which is a bit of a shame, but coming in with a Kodachi for 1, and then a Surging Strike for 4 go again. That puts us down to similar life, so I think we can just take this and see what the last hit effect is. They are doing a KATSU thing, of course, but we still have blocking potential in hand, so yeah, we can block with the Sink Below to do some things here. Next turn is going to be absolutely disgusting, so we can shoot it for something and then pump it up by 6 and dominate it. Wow, we win. GG. GG. They didn't even say GG to me, so that's our first KATSU win, luckily. 100 wins KATSU there by the looks of it, just not really doing much, unfortunately. So our next turn there would have essentially been a play the knock from Arsenal, reload the other knock that we had in our hand into our Arsenal, go and get Remorseless, because obviously it's going to have evasion, it's going to kill them as they play out their next turn, plus no D-React can be played from Arsenal, just in case. And we would have been able to use Release the Tension and Read the Glide Path to give it +6, and then use a Tunic to fire it over the top for 11 damage with Dominate, which would have also, you know, sliced them on their next turn for every action card they played. So I think we did have that game in the bag anyway. But there we go. That's our first win against KATSU tonight. 100 wins. So that's our first win against KATSU as well since starting the February account. So that should now tick up to 2 wins against KATSU. Yeah, 1-1 against KATSU at the moment. But yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Lovely old job. Nice to see chat going off there. So if you're in the chat as well, if you're watching this video, if you could just like the video as well, that'd be fantastic. I can see 8 people in the chat and only 2 likes. So by all means, say hello and like the video. That'll be fantastic. I can see the likes going up already. Thank you very much, people. It means a lot. But yeah, let's just play again, I guess. So first win against KATSU there. I think I just have to get more more acquainted with the KATSU abilities and when you should and should not block. I still had all my armour on field as well there. I had obviously the skull bone, the tunic, and the perch grappler still able to block 4 if I needed to as well. Got you fam, so casual gaming. Thanks for joining in, mate. Thanks very much. Lou is saying, hey mate, first time live viewer. Thanks for all the great content. Well, Lou, thank you very much for joining us. We haven't seen you here before, first time live viewer. But yeah, I appreciate the comment on all the great content. What's your favourite part of content that I do? Let me know. Is it the Azalea cult? Are you here because of the Azalea cult? Or are you here because of Bravo Bros, or anything else? But there's going to be a lot more content coming, Lou, so make sure you stay tuned, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And other stuff that I'm on as well. I also appear on Red Zone Rogue's channel quite a lot, playing some live streams with him, and obviously I'm also part of the Living Legends podcast, which is over on Red Zone Rogue's channel as well as on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. We're on there as well, and we were voted as the best podcast on the Speedy Awards last year, and our podcast is on Kel's channel for the video version, but the video version is, I think, one of the most popular podcasts out there at the moment in terms of raw numbers on YouTube, and obviously we have quite a lot of people that tune in every week on the audio platforms as well, so that's good to see that growing. And again, I love that podcast because it's very much just a casual group of people talking about Fab. There's no sort of hyper competitive meta discussion. It's just people that love the game for all manner of different reasons. So go and check that podcast out. I'm plugging the podcast more than my own stuff here, but I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on this channel, so make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also, I'm going to be spoiling a Dynasty card. Not Dynasty card, I spoiled a Dynasty card already. I'm going to be spoiling a Outsiders card on the 4th of March at 11 AM in the morning here in the UK, so make sure you stay tuned to that. There is a live stream video available, so you can click like notify me when this goes live to make sure that you don't miss it. If you do miss it, there will be a short video available on YouTube Shorts, Instagram and Twitter as well, so you'll be able to see it quickly and easily. And there's also going to be a teaser video as well, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel. But thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for coming. Azalea Cult all day, fantastic, lovely old job, like to see it. Azalea Cult for short, and LL Podcast. Also got to meet you at Worlds, and you were super cool. Love your stuff. Yeah, I met you briefly, didn't I? Yeah, it was quite random. I think it was in the middle of the San Jose Hall, almost. If I remember correctly, in the aisle, like the big aisle. I think it was, if I remember right. Wait until we start getting people in for Crystal Wars. Absolutely, Andrew. It's taken a bit of a step back, but it is still very much in the process of being developed as well. So people who know what that is, yeah, that you're the ones that are in the know, that's for sure. Anyway, so we're going to I'll be able to wake up and catch the premiere, absolutely. So it's not going to be the spoiler video is not going to be a premiere in the same way it was last time. It's actually just going to be a live stream that I then play the video on the live stream, essentially, rather than doing the whole YouTube countdown thing. I'm going to be able to sort of do this. I'm going to be able to say welcome, etc., etc. I'm going to be able to chat to the live audience before it goes live, etc. Just so I can plug my stuff and that, and try and get some more subscribers and stuff, and people that enjoy the general energy here on the channel. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. Anyway, it's got to be a Ranger card as well, surely, right? It's got to be. It's got to be a range card. Got to be an Azalea card. Speaking of which, let's play another game. The KATSU did just quit towards the end there, but we're going to try another game, see what happens. DROMAI. Okay, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be hard. I'm probably not going to be able to do this. Let's get the poppers in there, of course. Take away fatigue shot, we don't need that. I'll probably just leave the 62 cards. Everything else could probably stay. I think so. But yeah, this is probably the hardest matchup that we've got at the moment. There comes a certain point against DROMAI where they just block your entire attack, and then swing back with an army of dragons after playing a sigil or something. It's just absolutely horrendous. One of the hardest matchups that we can get. But luckily we do have a Knock the Death Whistle in hand to start with. So let's just play that out. Let's go get a dominated Sleep Dart. Reload the Take Aim. Activate Azalea. Play the Take Aim, and then fire the Sleep Dart for 8 dominate, and turn off DROMAI's hero ability on turn 1. Hopefully that's enough to tilt them. But that's one of the main things we can do straight away is dominate an arrow, which is pretty good. Looks like they are going to leak 5 damage here and just take 1 action or something similar next turn. Yeah, because all their dragons lose go again essentially. But maybe we shouldn't have gone for the Sleep Dart that early, because it is a way of shutting down the big dragon go again turns. Maybe we should have gone for something else potentially, but hey ho, we may have done the right thing there. Coming in a Ravenous Rabble for 4, we are going to pass. We are just going to sink that, and we will choose to put a Ravenous Rabble on the bottom and draw. So we got another Remorseless. Okay, and then coming in for Flame Call Awakening for 3. Okay, we will block with Remorseless. They're going to be cracking their gold to draw, are they? Oh, they're filtering. Oh, yeah, drawing a card. Okay. So they're cracking their gold already to draw a card, and they're going to come in for 4 with a Dust Up, which will put us to the same life. So we will do this, I think. They are going to get a Ashwing. So I think the best thing to do is just pitch into Death Dealer and shoot here. I think that's probably the best thing to do, and just see what we get with Remorseless. E-Strike, okay, but we're just gonna have to fire this off at DROMAI. Pitch this. Remorseless for 5. Didn't go back to the screen view. All right, cheers. Brilliant. I was leaving you all in the dark. We can't see the match. Fantastic. Lovely old job. Cheers, chat. That's the reason you're here, right? To make me look like an absolute idiot. Love it. But yeah, we should be good now. Back on the match. Back on the match screen, people. So they are going to take 5. We are going to put the Ravenous Rabble on the bottom. So every action they now play is going to cost them a life. So 3 go again. We will take that. And they're going to invoke an Azalea here. And then they're going to shoot me for 0 and 3. 0 and 2. So life parity at the moment. And obviously they're going to be able to Arsenal a card after this Ashwing swing. So this is where it starts to get stupid, right? They've established 2 threats on board at the moment. Split damage as well. And so now we have to... They've got an Arsenal card as well. Red Line DROMAI does tend to use quite a lot of D-reacts and all that sort of stuff as well. So it's just... At this moment in time, we do have quite a powerful play as well, because we've got a Tunic trigger available to us, which will allow us to put something into the arsenal and draw. Obviously, we don't have an arrow here, but we can still shoot it for 1 with not Death Whistle. So this is quite an interesting thing to do here. But we're only going to have 1 arrow available to us this turn without seeing what's on top. So we are going to have to knock and then just go and get a Sleep Dart or something similar to that. So we are going to go get that. We're going to reload the Fateful Scene. Activate Azalea to give this Sleep Dart dominate. Then we're going to take aim, and then we're going to seek and destroy, and then we're going to fire the arrow at DROMAI for 11 dominate and turn off the dragon go again for the next turn. I liked the other way. It was like old time radio. That's true. Because I am explaining my plays, right? I could just sit here and be like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. That's the skill of a good commentator. You don't even need the screen. I could just tell you what's going on. But we are going to use the screen. So yeah, they are going to take all of the damage okay. They are going to also destroy their hand and arsenal at the end of this turn as well. So they are going to invoke DROMAI, but they can't go again with all their dragons. But they are going to discard their hand and arsenal at the end of this turn. And they are going to come at me with a Flame Call. So our next turn also looks quite good. So I think we're just going to take this damage here. They are going to discard their hand and arsenal at the end of this turn. Their dragons can't gain go again, so they can only attack with one of them. So we will just take the damage here. Yeah, but this is the thing now, right? They can't arsenal. Luckily, we have Seek and destroyed them, so they can't arsenal any cards, which is good. Another E strike coming in for 7. Oh no, coming in for 5, drawing a card as well. So still, we'll go down to sort of life parity. They are giving this go again, so it's very, very wide, interesting deck here from DROMAI. I'm not sure whether this is the norm, like an aggro DROMAI. Coming in with 3 go again. After this, they're still going to be able to attack with... No, they've already attacked with a dragon, so they can't attack again with dragon. So we go down to 15 after this attack, but we still can do more damage back, I think. We are forcing them to use their hand here because of the Seek and Destroy trigger. So 4 life parity. How did they get... I thought he couldn't attack again with dragons. I don't know how he's done that, to be honest. I thought he attacked... Oh, because of DROMAI gives him an action point. Yeah, of course it does. Stupid fucking dragon. Right, so let's do this. So we're going to pitch this. Headshot into Arsenal draw. Read the glide path. Bolt and shot on top. Let's put that to the bottom. Seek and destroy again. And we're going to fire it at DROMAI for 11 damage. DROMAI with Seek and destroy effect as well on here. So if it hits, they're going to have to do a similar thing where they can't Arsenal a card. But they're probably just going to conserve life now and just keep swinging with dragons. That's going to be the issue. This is the thing. They've got 3 dragons out now. So they can essentially just block all of my stuff if I'm not dominating it, and still swing back with 2, 3, and 1 every single turn. They are going to have to play a red card in order to give their dragons go again, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be difficult to do, especially if they got sigils in the deck. That's the thing, isn't it? Right. So they've taken some damage, but it wasn't enough, really. They are going to rake the embers, and that gives all of their dragons go again. That's just vile. So they're going to be able to attack 6 times here for about 10 damage. It's just vile. We do have a battering bolt, though. So we can't use that again. We can't use that to pop it, can we? So we are just going to take the 3 here. They still get 2 action points. So they get... Yeah, they're going to have 2 action points the whole turn. So that essentially protects their Phantasm, right? Oh, that's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit! Fucking DROMAI. It's absolute trash. We just need an arrow that kills all dragons, please, James. That's all I ask for. Yeah, that's garbage. It's absolute garbage. How they can just play 1 card... They can block with 3 cards, essentially, and then play a red card, which then gives you loads of extra permanents, and then they can swing with every fucking one of them. Every single one. It's outrageous. Really is. Outrageous game. There's nothing you can do. I can pop this, but what use is that? What use is popping it? Nothing. Right, so we can pitch the Ravenous to load the battering bolt and then see what we get. Hopefully play the battering bolt, but that's probably not going to be enough, is it? They're just going to be able to block everything and then just swing back with 6 dragons. Stupid dragons, absolutely. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. It's just an auto loss, I think. Because even if I would have popped DROMAI, they still have 5 dragons after that. With go again, because of the fucking action point that they've still got. It's ridiculous. I'm going off, I'm sorry. Right then, so we can Seek and Destroy again, but that's 9 damage. They'll just take it, won't they? Sod it. Let's just do it. 9 damage, battering bolt. See what they've got. Because battering bolt can, you know, strip sigils away, can strip D-reacts away. So we might be alright. Depending on what their hand composition is. They're just going to take it all up. Are they going to sink below? Okay, so they can prevent 4 of it. And take 5. Okay. No, there's no other on-hit effect from battering bolt here. They didn't have... Obviously, they've got actions in their hand still. So, that's... We do have another... But we have a battering bolt in hand to block Phantasm, but DROMAI is still alive, so there's nothing we can really do about it. So we'll trigger the Phantasm. That's dead, but they still have an action point after this, which is a bit of a shame. There's nothing we can really do here. We can survive by... Maybe we can survive by chucking the Skullbone and the Tunic underneath it, but they still got 3 cards in hand. You know, that's going to be 3 red Go Again attacks or something along those lines, isn't it? Have to pitch for the Arcane as well, so... Oh, we're on 1. And we are pretty much dead now. We just have to chuck the armor in front of it, but there's pretty much a GG, unfortunately. Oh. Did they mean to pass their turn? Not sure if they meant to pass their turn there, but okay. We might as well just attack DROMAI, aren't we? 5 Go Again. Doesn't really matter at this point. They can just block out and then fire something at me. Yeah, they can just take the damage. They can just take the raw damage and then kill me next turn. So that's a GG. That's a GG, isn't it? They can take the raw damage and kill me next turn. All they have to do is play a red card and they can attack 5 times. It's just fucking madness. All they have to do is play a red card on their turn and they can attack me 5 times. That's all they need to do. Here we go. Picture sigil. Picture sigil. Or burn them all. Even better. Cost nothing to play. Great. GG. Yeah. It's a bit of a salty situation because that matchup is just dead in the water all the time, essentially. Stupid dragons, Lou is saying. Absolutely. Join just in time to see dragons staring as down. Yep, it's the worst matchup for Azalea in the history of matchups. I'd rather face Icelander than face DROMAI, I think. Because there's gets to a certain point where you just can't do anything. There's nothing you can do to get out of the situation. So, yeah, we'll play one more. It was a shorter stream tonight. It's not supposed to be a long one. Joey just made a video about board states in Fab. Nice. Yeah, what the fact they shouldn't exist. Because that's what it feels like sometimes. But that might all change in Outsiders. Who knows? And hot take, I don't know what my Outsiders preview card is yet, so that's not even a subtle hint. BRIAR. Okay, let's go. Let's race, shall we? Let's do a big old race. Let's get the Memorial Grounds in there. We don't care about blocking, really, so we'll take out the sinks. No, we'll keep the sinks in. We'll take the fates out, I think. Keep the sinks in. Take the fates out. Take the fatigue shots out, actually. Keep the fates in there. And then we'll chuck in a blue headshot for good measure, I think. Let's go. Absolute race. It's going to take 5 minutes, this game. Pretty much, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me and Joey have had a few chats over the sort of our time in Fab, and we both have the same sort of view on board state. The most broken heroes have the ability to play without a hand, i.e. have a board state. Absolutely. Absolutely. BRIAR with a Reaping Blade. Interesting. So we do have the ability to knock first turn, so this is lovely. So we are going to go and get a... Maybe just something that forces damage. Maybe just go for... Maybe just a hamstring shot, just to screw up a little bit of their turn. We'll do that, shall we? Let's put in this. Activate this. give the hamstring shot dominate. We don't want to waste our good arrows just yet, so we are going to pitch this, and it's coming in for 5 dominate, but obviously effectively they are going to gain some life with a sigil. Okay, 5 dominate, but essentially 7 damage because of the rain razors that we have in hand here. So they are going to okay, we'll see that. Okay, fine. We're not going to do we're not going to play that just yet then. Fine. They got a hamstring shot. Extra cost on their next attack. We'll see what that does, though. Might not do anything at all. Marvin Dominguez. I beat a DROMAI at my local army this week. He hardly had made any dragons. I shouldn't have won. Hardly made any dragons. Was it? What was he doing then? Well, what were they doing? How were they playing the game if they weren't making dragons? That's very interesting. Rune Chant. Okay, we'll take 0. Well, we'll take 1, like I said. Next turn's looking like a drill shot with a rain razors. We'll pass. We'll sink below this, I think. If it hits, they get a Rune Chant. If you've dealt damage against, go again. What's next? What's next, though? We'll just sink this. We're going to sink the E-Strike, I think. Yeah. Draw another Seek and Destroy. Lovely old job. That'll do. Arsenal card. Okay. So we have to play out the rain razors. We will actually see what's on top first of all, though. So we've got Release Attention on top. Jeez. Lots of buffs in hand here. I think we're just going to Bullseye Braces this and just go off. We'll leave it on top. We'll activate Azalea. Release Attention, Seek and Destroy, Bullseyes this, bang. 14 drill shot. Let's go. Let's go with a 14 drill shot. Why not? It's a race. Alright, yeah. Oh, sorry. Screen. There we go. I've just switched screen again. Yeah. I'm getting too into it. I switched the screen and then I just completely forget. So yeah, that's fine. They've blocked a little bit of it. We are going to put a -1 equipment on their grasp. Well, they are sigilling as well. Oh my god. We aren't going to take the damage. So we are still getting 4 damage through. And let's put it on the spellbounds. Seek and Destroy as well, so it means they are going to blow up their hand and arsenal at the end of their turn, thanks to double Seek and Destroy on the stack there. And they're going to create a Rune Chant and then come in with a Reaping Blade for 1 and 3. So we will just take this, I think. Yeah, why not? Cool, so we've got a Tunic trigger now, so we can load in a red in the ledger and draw a card and then come over the top for at least 7 with the Rain Razors as a combat trick, which is quite nice. Depending on what we draw from this Tunic as well, could also change what we do. Well, not so much. We can also snappies the red in the ledger. So we'll see what... Oh, that's the dilemma though, isn't it? Do you load in the red in the ledger first, or do we load in one of the other arrows first and see what we get? Oh, we can't load it in any other way though, can we? So let's just do that. Let's load in the red in the ledger and see what we draw. Oh wow, okay, nice. We'll take that. We will take that all day. Let's pitch the Sleep Dart. Cool, so coming in for 8 with a red in the ledger. No D-reacts can be played from Arsenal because of the Release Attention effect. And obviously we do have a combat trick which pushes this up to 10 damage. So hopefully this will go over the top. I saw you, Andrew, speaking about the over-the-top drinking game. And I think anybody who's watching this now in the future would be absolutely fucking pissed if they were doing a drinking game every time I said, oh, this could go over the top, because we love going over the top in the bedroom and also on Talishar, it seems. Cool, so they're blocking with a Consuming Violation, a Vexing Malice. I'm probably going to try and block the full amount here. We'll let that hit for 2. We'll Arsenal the Rain Razors again, unless they have a D-react. They do have a Sigil to gain some more life. Okay, what on earth is this build? What on earth is this build? Very interesting. Life gain BRIAR. Almost. So we are going to Arsenal the Rain Razors again here. Obviously doesn't block of anything. And the next turn's looking quite good. We've got obviously a bolt and shot. They are passing straight back to us. So this looks like a pretty horrible turn coming up here. So we are going to flip this Rain Razors up again, see what's on top. Because we are going to be able to draw this bolt and shot, which is going to be pumped by the Rain Razors this turn if we draw it. So that's fantastic. So this is going to be a banging turn. So it's Rain Razors first of all. We do have the ability to snappies as well, so we're going to load in the first bolt and shot. Ooh, no, we want to load in. We want to load in the bolt and shot. Draw the other bolt and shot. Play read the glide path. See what's on top of Azalea just in case. Another bolt and shot. Maybe we want to be doing that. Oh fuck me! I think we need to dominate something through, don't we? Yeah, we'll try this. It might be the wrong decision, but let's go for it. So 8 dominate, go again if it hits reload. We can still snappies it, but we can't get anything else into our arsenal here, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But it does force quite a lot of equipment blocks, which is what they're going to be doing here. Tunic. They could essentially block their equipment for 2 and 1. The 2, 1, 2. 1, 4, yeah, so they could still block with their equipment and a D-react from Arsenal to potentially stop this, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll see what they do here. Tunic, Oasis Respite. This is just a tanky BRIAR, isn't it? Reduce the rune chant, okay, fair enough. So is that going to stop all the damage? Oh, they undid their last action. Okay. Reduce the rune chant. Yep, I see it. So you're still going to take 2 damage. Unless you react again. It's dominated though, so you can't. She's already blocked. So they are going to take 2 damage by the looks of it. And that means we can load in the... Oh, yes. Fantastic. Red in the ledger for 7. Red in the ledger for 7, baby. Eat my arse. 7 red in the ledger. I guess over the top is better than putting it in your arse. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation, really, doesn't it? Depends on the mood. Right, so they are going to take 4 by the looks of it. Unless they react again from hand. But yeah, pretty vile turn. Interesting deck they're playing here. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. So they can only play 1 action this turn, which will be the Grasp of the Arknight. There we go. That's the 1 action for the turn. So yeah, we are going to pitch the Fateful Scene into the bow to load in the bolt and shot and draw. We're going to have a look to see what's on top. A take aim. That can go to the bottom. And then we're then going to play the... Should we play the Deadeye now? This is going to come in for 5 go again if it hits reload. It's just raw damage. Let's just play the trick. Let's just say, right, we've got 2 cards in hand. I'm coming at you for 5. If it hits go again, reload. So it's just forcing them to block to a certain degree. Yeah, there we go. We're getting the card out of the hand at least. We can't do anything else, so I guess that's them thinking that they've won that trade to a certain degree. So we are just going to put this Deadeye in our arsenal and pass. It probably wasn't worth using the Deadeye. Oh my god, 3 Deadeyes in hand with no arrows. That's not a good start. So I think this is probably just going to be a defensive turn, and then opt to see what's on top with the Skullbone. Pitch to Arcane. Yeah, we'll pitch to Arcane. We'll pitch a yellow. So this is coming in for 4 with no go again now as a result of the fact that I've pitched to the Arcane. So let's just block for 3 and then leak 1 damage. It's good, hasn't got go again. So, but this is a bit of a sad turn. If we don't reveal an arrow on top, it's a pretty sad turn for us, unfortunately. So let's have a look, see what we see. Rain Razors. Let's get that to the bottom. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's activate Azalea blindly. Bit of a high roll there. So we are going to be able to do this. We're going to go get a red in the ledger. reload the Ravenous Rabble. Oh, we can't, because obviously we've already activated Azalea, so we can't do that. That's a bit of a shame, but we are just going to Rabble. We are going to draw the Red in the Ledger next turn. But yeah, we already activated Azalea to get the Knock the Death Whistle, so we can't actually get the Red in the Ledger there, unfortunately. If you're using Sand Scour Great Bow, you can actually do that, because you can pitch the Sand Scour and get the card that you've put on top of Red in the Ledger into your arsenal. So that's another good use for Sand Scour, is if you've already activated Azalea for, you know, trying to go a little card deeper, the Sand Scour allows you to still get the card that you've put on top with Knock. So that's another good utilization for that. But it's going to be a big swing here from probably the sword, by the looks of it, and coming in with some consuming Violation. So if this hits, I discard a card if I've been dealt arcane damage. So we are going to we haven't got. I think we can still we can still do this. So we are going to pitch a blue. So we are going to prevent the arcane. And then this is coming in for 7. Not bad. So that puts us down to... Yeah, I think we take this. We haven't been dealt any arcane damage, so we're not going to discard a card. That's fine. But this is a quite cool game. It's quite cool, like a back and forth game going on here. It's not as aggro as I thought it was going to be. We got a memorial ground on top, so that's useless because we could actually draw it. Actually, to be fair, of the Death Dealer, so I could have thought of that about that. But let's see what's on top again with Read the Glide Power first. What have we got? Deadeye. We might be able to play that actually, so we are going to leave that on top. So I could be maths here. No, I think I've got the right maths. So we've already played that. So yeah, if we pitch the yellow into Death Dealer, we draw Deadeye. We can play the Deadeye and Tunic to play Red and Ledger. Yes, that's fine. That's good. So we can still Arsenal after this transaction, which is pretty high power. Pretty high power indeed. Look at this. This is why I use Deadeye, because it just gives you that extra buff when you need it. And it blocks for 3. Look at this. Massive 11 Red in the Ledger coming in. And we still can Arsenal a card afterwards. Pretty good. Pretty good. So it's still demanding quite a lot of cards from their hand. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sink below. So this is a defensive Briar. Double sink below. Fucking hell. Defensive Briar list. Very interesting. And they're reducing to Rune Chant as well. Goodness me. So they're blocking for 12. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So we've got quite a interesting turn next turn. So pitching to the grasp, and then just coming in for 1 and 3. So we are not going to pitch to that. Coming in for 3, we probably will sink a card. We'll sink one of the E strikes, I think. Put that to the bottom. Drawing another Remorseless. Okay. All right. So let's opt to see what's on top with the cross wrap. Knock the Death Whistle. So that's useless, I think. That's useless. So we just need to E-strike and then hamstring, I think. So we're going to E-strike, choosing Go Again. So 5 Go Again, then we hamstring for 5 as well. We probably could have snappied the E-strike to maybe just put a little bit more pressure on, but maybe it's not the right time to do that. Sigil of Suffering, okay. So this is very grindy Briar. Very grindy. Another Hammy coming in for 5. But yeah, very grindy, defensive Briar, Reaping Blade, obviously preventing me from gaining life. But yeah, didn't expect to run into this sort of deck. So we're going down to, okay, maybe not, Fateful Scene. We are seeing a lot of defense reactions from this BRIAR. They still are going to take 1. So their next attack is going to cost an additional 1, if that makes a difference. They are going to have to pitch a yellow into Reaping Blade to attack with that. So they can pitch a blue into Reaping Blade, swing for 3. Okay, so the Reaping Blade's getting them quite a lot of value here because it's just continuously swinging. Obviously, it's a weapon on board, but we can push through a lot of damage next turn. But it's just getting to that point now where if they just keep blocking, we are going to run out of options, unfortunately. So we can pitch. Yeah, we want to pitch the take aim into the bow to put this into hand and draw, and then we've got this, and then we've got this pitching this. So we've got a 9 headshot coming over the top. It is going to be 11 with the Rain Razors, and they can't use a D-React from Arsenal because of the release attention. So this might be our way to get back into it to a certain degree, and then depending on what they choose to block with and how much damage is leaked, we may put the Rain Razors in our arsenal to use it next turn. So they are using a lot of block here, so we will just... Do we want to push that through for 2? Probably not. The value that we get from that is probably not enough. So let's just arsenal this Rain Razors and then see what we get next turn, potentially. Drill shot and bolt and shot. Okay, so they are just grinding me out now with this Reaping Blade. So I think we just take it again. We've got a double Rain Razors turn, which is pretty nasty. We also get to see what's on top with the Opt and use a Tunic trigger here, so this might be able to get us back into it. We're going to leave that on top, play out the Rain Razors. We are going to use a Tunic to fuel the... we can use Tunic to fuel the Bolt and Shot. Draw the other Bolt and Shot. Play a Seek and Destroy. Now this is a big... potentially a very big turn coming up here. We've got another Rain Razors that we can use to load in the other Bolt and Shot. Then we can use that Bolt and Shot to fire off for double Rain Razored. So we got, not only have we got a massive wide buff coming out here, we've also got a combat trick still left to play. So this is quite a good thing, but the problem is they're probably just going to block everything out here, which is the issue. Still coming in for 9, and they're probably still going to be able to block every last bit of it out. Sigil of Suffering, okay. So we're not going to take that, so that's fine. Do they have any other reactions? Another Sink Below, okay. Let's push another Rain Razors then. Oh, they've got another D-React. That's going to be stupid. If they've got another D-React, they're going to blow out this entire turn. If they have another D-React, they've blown out this entire turn, which is absolutely absurd if they've got another D-React. Oh my god, really? Fuck me. 14 damage they blocked there. Jesus Christ. That was ridiculous. How on earth did they block all of that damage? I just... Holy moly, moly, moly. That is ridiculous. Okay. Alright. Nothing we can do about that. Okay, read the glide path. E-strike on top. We'll leave that on top. Let's activate Death Dealer. Pitching the Remorseless, I think. No, let's pitch the Fateful Scene. Put in the Bolt and Shot. And fire... Fire it off. For 7, go again. If it hits, reload. Come on. That defensive turn was absolutely absurd. Absolute. Another. Here we go. Another D-React. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. How many D-Reacts does he want to play? Right, so let's E-strike and draw a card and give it go again, I think. No, we can't load anything in, can we? So let's just put the bolt and shot and then just go buff power. Oh dear. They're trying to conserve as much life as they possibly can. We've seen so many D-reacts, it's unbelievable. Dreadball would have been great in this matchup, but I just wasn't expecting what we've seen today. I was not expecting it at all. So we finally got some damage through. They've got one card in their hand. They're coming in with a Reaping Blade and 2 thingies. So we are going to pitch this to prevent the rune chance. And then we are going to Fateful Scene for to see what's on top as well. Headshot. Okay, we might be able to present 10 to them. We'll leave it on top. Okay. So we can give this Dominate at least. We can Ravenous Rabble first of all. See what's on top for the next one. Take aim. Okay. Another Sigil of Suffering. Do you know what? No, we won't do that. The amount of damage they're preventing is absurd. Absolutely absurd amount of damage prevention going on here. And they're just going to keep swinging with that goddamn Reaping Blade, aren't they? Alright, Spellblade Assault for 2. Okay. We're going to pass. Leave. No. I can go to the bottom. We might be able to have a bit of a power play here because we've got a tuning line available to us. So I think they are getting into a lot of their blue territory now. They've burnt out a lot of their D-reacts. So we might be able to get some value here now. So it's going to load in this Sleep Dart and draw a card. And we're going to be able to come in here now for quite a lot of damage. 10 damage, I think, with a Sleep Dart. We can actually dominate that as well, so that's good. So that's fine. Lovely old job. And let's come in for some damage. 10 dominate. But we'll see. They are going to take it all, unless they're going to D-react. 1 Fateful Scene, of course. Take 6. Lose your hero ability for the turn. Okay. Memorial Ground can get back a dominated. What do we want to get back? Probably Remorseless to prevent D-reacts from Arsenal. We can probably just take this damage. What do you want to do here? So if we prevent 2 with Headshot, on our next turn we take aim something into the Arsenal, Memorial Ground. We can only get a 0 cost, so we're just going to have to take this, I think. We're going to have to take this damage. We can still block with 2 pieces of equipment. I still think we need to keep equipment on board for later. So we are going to go down to 11, unfortunately. Bit of a shame. But, yeah. Okay, end turn. So we're going to be able to take aim. Reload this, I think. Memorial Ground. Let's go for the Remorseless. Let's go for the Remorseless, I think. So is there one in here? No. We haven't seen the Remorselesses yet. We haven't seen those yet. Okay, interesting. So we just go for Bolt and Shot? Maybe get the second attack in? Let's just go for that. Let's just see what this happens. Let's see if we can do this. Because Drill Shot costs nothing to play, right? So 7 dominate, go again. If it hits, reload. Might force them to block with extra things. I think going wider against this sort of deck that we've seen so far is probably better than not. So we'll see. This is probably going to be the last game of tonight, though, because this has been absolutely ridiculous. There's going to be a D-react. Oh, my God. This is ridiculous. Never seen anything like it. Wow. Crazy. Right, so we're starting to see the remorselesses now come up. It's getting into single-digit life now, though. After this, I think going to be starting to see some single digits. They've got a tunic line available to them as well. 3 cards in hand against my 5. So I just don't know. I just don't know what we're going to see here. Rattlebones. Okay. So they haven't dealt arcane damage, so they're not going to be able to play it as an instant. They can get a card back, though, so it's going to be meet and greet, okay? Coming in for 4. Right, what do we do here? What do we do here? Do we just block? And then E-strike and then drill shot, I think. Let's just block. Let's get rid of the cross wrap now. Let's take this away now. Could be wrong decision, but we know what we're doing next turn. We know what we're doing. So we're going to be E-striking for 7 go again, I think. And then come in with the drill shot afterwards. Pitch trap to the bottom. Let's go with buff power. Snappies this now, I think. Because then we're not actually... Because then we'll still be able to Arsenal to knock the death whistle, which might be relevant. Yeah, so now I'm forcing to block of their equipment. Otherwise, I'm gonna devalue it anyway. Another Sigil of Suffering. Okay. Then we can Arsenal the knock at least. And then we're going to start seeing our remorselesses come back up now, so we might be able to sneak some damage through, but it just depends on what they're going to be able to do. They're going to be able to split the damage quite often, and we don't have any arcane barrier anymore. We probably should have blocked with Tunic if we was going to block with anything at all, so we are just going to block here with Drill Shot, I think, for 3. We're just going to be taking the arcane automatically now. But this is pretty good. I think we can get a... So if we knock to go get something, we can get a Remorseless. And still, we can give it +6 because we've got a Tunic trigger to be able to play it. So I think that's the thing we do. Yeah, Remorseless, I think. Reload this, activate Azalea. Deadeye does cost 1 though, so we can't actually play both, which is a bit of a shame, but still. So let's just do this. So you can't play D-Reacts from Arsenal. 8 Dominate. Okay. Another reduced to Rune Chant. My god, that must be all their D-Reacts gone now. Surely. Surely. Come on now. Yeah, I'm scared of the Rune Chants now, so all my arcane barriers gone. That was a bit of a mistake. I think probably chucking the Skullbone Cross Wrap was probably a mistake. If anything, I should have chucked the Tunic underneath it. Never mind. Vexing Malice. So yeah, it's going to be the split damage now is going to kill me, I think. Unfortunately. So coming in for 3, we will pass. We'll sink. What do we sink? The Rabble, I think. Yeah. Just go into fatigue. Let's go into fatigue. I've got 10 cards left. They've got 16. No. Yeah, this is mental. Right, so we're going to have to play this. Pitching a blue. Then we're going to use the Death Dealer, load this in, draw, see what's on top. Fateful Scene can stay on top. Then we're going to fire this off at 10. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of our deck now. This has been a crazy game. This has been a proper crazy game. Fatigued Dory today was on Arachne, yeah. That seems to be the play at the moment, Supperworm. Pascal. But yeah, they're just going to block everything now, aren't they? Sigil again, for goodness sake. Blocking 10. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god. Wow. Wow! We can literally do nothing against this. We are pretty much dead. We can dominate. We can dominate a red in the ledger, but that's probably not going to be enough. Yeah, there's not much we can be able to do. I think we have to go wide with the Ravenous Rabble coming in for a 2. Revealing a blue headshot. And we got the Remorseless after this. But it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Juice to Rune Chant. Oh my god. This is crazy. I think... Right, we're going to pitch the Memorial Ground. This was a crazy game, right? This was a crazy game. Don't know why Arsenal the headshot. Appreciate everyone who showed up tonight, though. This has been a pretty cool stream with regards to the games that we played. This game has been fucking mad. Never seen anything like it. They blocked out my massive turn. Double rain razors. GG. It's not letting me say GG for some reason. But yeah, that was ridiculous. So I threatened 164 damage in that game, and I dealt 33 damage. That is fucking ridiculous. I threatened 164 damage, and I did 33. Absolutely ridiculous. Wow. The music has some real Streets of Rage 2 vibes. It really does, doesn't it? So I'm actually listening to... I'll show you what I'm listening to, actually. This is a royalty 3 4.5 hour synthwave mix from White Bat Audio. So this is completely free for anybody to use with regards to like streaming. But yeah, this is what I'm using at the moment. Yeah, it's banging. It's an awesome soundtrack. Absolute Streets of Rage vibes, as you said. Absolutely. But yeah, that was crazy. Fuck me. $164 damage, 33 damage dealt. That is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. Wow. That was crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. Just checking my messages quickly before... But yeah, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. I did stream longer than what I thought I would have done as well, but... I hope BRIAR goes LL. Nothing of value will be lost. True. Although, seeing... I think that matchup that I had there against BRIAR was very good. It was like a proper game of flesh and blood. You know, it wasn't just channel mount heroic, snatch for fucking 8 damage, draw a card, if it hits, get an embodiment. That was defensive BRIAR almost, that grinded me out with Reaping Blade and, you know, split damage. So it wasn't a conventional BRIAR list, and it was refreshing to see. Although I lost, and although it seemed a bit sort of salt-inducing from time to time, the amount of defensive capability they were getting from some of those hands was absurd. So yeah, never seen anything like it. Interesting game, very interesting stats there as well. 164 damage threatened, 33 damage dealt, which means they blocked 131 damage in that game. How the fuck did they do that? Crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thank you very much everybody who's joined. If you've just joined, then go back and watch the other games. They were quite fun. But that is pretty much it for today. It's been a great stream. Some interesting games being played. And yeah, we will see you very, very soon to do it all over again. Aaron Merkel, you're going off in the chat. I'm having to leave now, but what are you saying? Rune blades that give themselves go again seem busted. Embodiment of Earth makes blocks dumb. True. Yeah, it was worse though, wasn't it? You know, they used to stack, didn't they? They used to get absolutely loads of them back in the day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Cheers, folks.